All right, let's do this. I'm so excited. Okay, so best part is, yeah, this is terrible. Okay, this is what the guy looks like. I've already got it filled up with soil. And so now I'm gonna pull it forward and fill it up. And I decided to pick cactuses this time around just to see what it would look like, and if I want to change it later, totally can. Yeah, I thought so. That green dot is. Okay, so this is a left-handed glove. Do not know where my right-handed glove went. Kids tossed it somewhere, so I'm just gonna have to make do with being right-handed with a left-handed glove. Alrighty, so I got this guy to start. He's got a little bit of an abrasion, so I'm gonna be very careful with him. What do we call this? Root bound. Nice and crunchy. So he's super dry. Has not been watered in a long time. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, I should probably put him in an individual pot, actually. He needs some individual care. So I'm actually going to put him in this orange pot. Next, we're going to actually go for my alien boy here. So my bulb. Again, not too root bound, just a little brown on the bottom. Not a problem. I want his roots to go down and out, not up. So we're going to do that. There's a little tiny pokey boy in there that I need to find. So this soil is nice and warm because I just played with it. So that's gonna be, ooh, sorry, real nice. Again, don't have my glove on, so pokey. Need to remember that. Okay, so then we're just gonna do that with my left hand. Next guy is the stereotypical cactus. I believe he's a similar species to my cucumber twins. Not exactly the same because he doesn't have the yellow single spines. He's got several spines all from each node. I'm just gonna be real gentle holding him. That way I don't hurt him and myself. Nice and happy. And of course I will show this once I am done, but now I'm gonna roll little tiny baby Pokeboy close. Alrighty, so now I've got this one right here. Super tiny. My cat's knocked this one over, so he lost some of his soil. Just needs a little bit of a pick-me-up is what's going on here. So, gonna bury it in the soil nice. Relatively deep because I want to see him grow. Oops. Don't want to bury the tiniest pokey, so I'm actually going to put it off to the side here. There's a little bit of soil on top of it, but that's no big thing. Alrighty, next is my big orb. Ooh. This one is definitely my pokiest. It's already catching stuff, so I don't want to touch it with my non-gloved hand at all, and I want to be really careful pulling him out because I can feel all of his spines crunching. Now, when I bought this guy, his soil was already kind of wet still. Lots of moisture at the bottom. So just need to get his roots to point down now. But they're attached to each other and the spines, which is the worst part because I'm really struggling with these spines. I don't want to touch these cactuses too much as I will kind of shock them, but I also don't want to shock myself by touching so much of the cactus. Dang it. That is why I have a spoon, actually, so that way I can get in between each cactus and then make sure I'm not touching the spines too much, because some of these guys, the spines will break off if they're really fine, and then you end up, you can get splinters. I say can. These guys are small, remember. So bigger ones aren't too bad. They'll still poke you, but they won't break off. The little ones, if you touch them too much, you can definitely definitely get some pain here and there. All right, so now I'm gonna make sure little tiny cactus is kind of close by with parent cactus that originally broke off of, thanks to my cats. But alrighty, last but not least is this kind of strange, awkward madness of cactus, which is a very stereotypical cactus if you've ever seen one. And everybody can say, yes, I have definitely seen one. So, alrighty, so we're gonna stand up this guy. So this one's gonna get some individual care. He's gonna be in his own pot just for now until I can get him to kind of heal. This one, however, because it is so big, I'm gonna pull out some soil until I'm ready to pack in the soil around him. Because he's probably got some really wide and really deep roots, and I want to see before I officially call it. So there's that. All right, well, let's. So I'm not seeing big spines. So each node is just a little pokey, but not painful, not long, not hard like the other ones. So again, very root bound, and it looks like they just want to break away at this point. So I'm almost tempted to separate it and make it its own, but I don't really want to do that because I want to see how big I can make it grow. So just gonna, probably should have done this one first now that I look at it, just because of how large it is, but it will be okay. Okay, now we're gonna re-pour in this soil, recover. I think this looks good. Now here's the thing with making arrangements is that you want to make sure you're not packing in too much. Otherwise, the succulents that you put in won't grow the way you think they will, and B, the problem that you end up with is that the roots can run into each other, and so you think, oh, they'll be fine, their roots will go straight down, but again, plants are very indecisive, so sometimes they decide which direction they grow. Now I'm going to be really careful with getting this soil off of this guy. On top of the white orb, I do see some flowers coming in, so that's very exciting. On top of this smaller one, I don't see any flowers coming in. So, alrighty, now here we go. This is my new arrangement. So I've got this guy here, which is separate from this. There's the baby, and then here's my 3 rounds, and there's the madness one. Yeah, as you can see, it's already starting to break away and become its own section. So later on, if I want to, I can absolutely start pulling these guys away and creating little tiny pots of cactuses. But this is my skull. I'm quite happy with it. I bought the skull at Joann's. It's originally $50, and I ended up using my great discount, and so it marked it way down to $30. So I'm super happy with it. So now that these guys are gonna have some fun and grow, I'm very wildly happy. So I'll pay attention to this little one, and then I'll take care of this guy. As you can see, not looking so great. My cats ended up knocking it down. So he needs some separate care. So here we go.